Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Ezra coming to you live and in fact direct from Palm Beach. Thanks for watching another channel, another show. And today's topic, I'm going to be talking about me as a foodie and what people think about that in terms of only eating the most amazing foods that you could possibly eat on the planet. It's very strange when people give me comments or say things that I'm so skinny, but yet I eat more than they do in volume and enjoy it much, much more. Not only because it makes me feel good, but I get to save, harmless animals that you don't even need, like, to be eating at all. And don't get me wrong, like, I look forward to eating my, raw fruits and vegetables more than, I ever enjoyed eating a steak or how it made me feel after. You know, it just doesn't make sense that people think like, oh, if you don't eat this much raw food or this amount of raw food, that you'll, just wither away and die, and you won't be able to get strong, and you won't be getting enough of this or that. And a lot of raw foodies out there, like who are just beginning, think that you need to eat more just to ensure. It's like you don't need to eat more just to ensure, because how healthy we are and how well our bodies absorb and utilize everything, every bite, every morsel of that food. I say it like that because you look at people out there living on their own in the wild, or trying to, just to survive. And look what they're eating, and they're eating foods that are just whatever. There's even shows on TV now they just set up with people who look like, they could be, living that life or whatever. And, if you think about it, pound for pound, down to the point, even if you're eating a bowl of pea soup, with like carrots on top or mushrooms, maybe some sprouts, you're still, even though you're not, even if you just eat that in a day compared to, like some store-bought in like meat with like some sauteed or grilled vegetables, like you're still getting more nutrients, and it's lighter. You're gonna have more energy, because our energy really comes down to our capacity to digest and eliminate those foods. Like, you see football players eating a steak, they have a huge capacity because they obviously are athletes and they're doing a lot, but there's a reason for that. There's a reason, that they can still like feel like they have energy after eating steak all the time or throughout their lives. That's not the case. Down the road they're gonna have to switch that eventually, and you see a lot of people doing that. You know, even football players are going vegan because they have more energy. So, does our energy come from our food? I mean, yeah, you need fuel. You need fuel. You know, you can't drink water and expect after, 10 days or 5 days to go be able to do anything because you need fuel. And, go ahead and wake up in the morning and eat, an avocado before you go work out, or try different things. Like if you really want to feel good, it's going to be fruit. It's going to be juice. It's going to be fruit that gives you energy, not steak. Eat a steak before a workout. Who does that? Nobody. They're just burning off a that fuel that, they're utilizing their fat stores. There's a lot that really goes into it, but what the raw food diet really truly you know, is really to break us back down into our purest and finest uniform forms, uniform self, you know. It's not the food that makes us great in this world, but it's the decisions that we make with our day, every day, what we're doing. What's our body going through? What should we be doing? What should we not be doing? And who's to tell us but ourselves? You can't live by someone else's book or rules. The best rule about raw food is that you're free, you're liberated. You can do it anyway, I've experienced, different ways of doing it, and I found my own way that really works. Fresh, ripe, raw, organic fruits and vegetables, some small seeds, not many nuts at all, maybe none ever. And I found that, I've gotten, to be able to experience amazing things as far as great levels of health. I've healed from many things, because I had a trauma. I've had traumas. I've had parasites that I couldn't get rid of, amoeba, which I'm still battling actually. And I'm still here. It's like I've been to the doctor when I've been down to 117 pounds, and I'm a 6-foot guy, and I'm still just doing raw foods, with the parasite. And if I wasn't, my blood work, he would have said, at 117 pounds, he said I'm still healthy. I looked healthy. My hair was still good. My thyroid was a bit low. But that's from that's from the stress from the parasite, from the amoeba. And yeah, he said my protein was still good. I was still walking, with the amoeba. This thing is dreadful. I mean, it just sucks the energy out of you. And what was I eating? Well, green juice. I would do a green smoothie for lunch. And like a soup at night, or just a regular coconut water in the morning. A green smoothie for lunch, and something soup for dinner. How many calories? Maybe like close to 1,000, which is not much at all, Obviously, I wasn't doing much. I was just, resting, letting my body heal. And that's not a healthy weight, 117 pounds for 6 foot. I mean, Durian Rider, is probably the leanest 6-foot guy I know. We're about the same height, and he's like 140, 145. Maybe sometimes even less than like 145. So I find it pretty amazing, because what they do with their athletics, on fruits and vegetables, is what kept me alive, you know, from the the amoeba that I got from Thailand. You know, many of you know me, I don't know. You know, I'm definitely